Welcome to Newark Activations with Raymond. Let's get into it. And I did a video earlier, but it wasn't recording. Don't know what happened to that, so. Here we are. Please get still. Focus on your breath. Feet flat on the floor if you're sitting down, if you're lying down. Remember, palms are up whether you're sitting or lying down. You can keep your eyes open or closed, whatever you prefer. And we begin. that in. When you're ready, come back slowly into your being, into your body. Drink plenty of water, have a shower, ground yourself, and spend lots of time in nature. Please like, share, and subscribe. The more people that focus on their vibration and their alignment, the better. If you'd like me to do an energy reading, you can send me a photo. If you have any questions or comments, you can email me. And if you're feeling tired or you're having an emotional outburst, all the more reason to do these sessions 3 to 7 times a day. And all you have to listen to is the activation itself. It doesn't matter how loud it is or not. You're still receiving what serves your highest and best. Your mind doesn't need to understand it, so lose your opinion. Judgments are just a problem. Don't confuse yourself by having an opinion or a judgment or a criticism or a doubt or anything negative whatsoever. Anything negative doesn't serve anyone's highest and best. It's supposed to understand it's meant to bypass your mind and go straight into your heart. So it's not meant to be understood by the logical mind. Leave your criticisms and your judgments and your opinions and your negativity at the door. And you can return to it when you're finished here, if you choose to do so. But you're better off not even giving it the time of day. And don't worry about how loud it is or not. It doesn't make a difference. I like to do things differently. Because I can't stand to hear someone say I copied them. Just know that I've already been through this. And when I began, my mind wanted answers to a lot of questions because I was jumping into something I knew absolutely nothing about. Didn't know anybody doing it. Couldn't talk to anybody about it, but I did it anyway. Regardless of what anyone thought about me or said to me, even when they said to me, oh, I did that, it didn't work for me. Okay, well, I thought just because it didn't work for you doesn't mean it's not going to work for me. Because I always looked at it like, I don't know what you put into it, how much you put into it, or I didn't know all the details about why it didn't work for them, nor was I going to try and figure it out. But if they chose to quit, that's on them. I didn't choose to quit. Regardless of what the world was telling me or how they were coming at me, I could care less. Because I always feel, well, if you haven't walked a mile in my shoes and experienced everything the way that I have, then how could you possibly know anything? About me? And I find it sleazy to try to get to know somebody and then not actually meet them face to face, but then try to write something negative about them or whatever. If you're only seeing it from your vantage point, how could you assume that you have all the information if you didn't actually meet that person in the physical? And then there are those that like to tap on the clock. My life doesn't revolve around you and your clock. And then I have those that are coming out with information before I can. Now, why would you do that? If you understood the nature of the situation, and actually I don't even know if they would be able to understand it, much less figure it out. But every time when I tried to come on and say, every time I said more than I should have, I had to take it down. But then when I hear others saying things that I've wanted to say, but I couldn't. And how many are smart enough to figure out why? And how kind have you been to others today? Because with some of the messages that I'm receiving, I'm not too thrilled about. But unlike anybody else, I chose to do this, and this chose me. So, doing what very little people are doing on this planet. And no matter what, I didn't quit. No matter who came at me. But I don't have time for pettiness. I don't have time to critique somebody and tell them what they're doing right and not doing right. Or judge them and come out with some dumb thing that has nothing to do with nothing. Today it was, I don't know if you felt it too, but emotionally it wasn't so great. And if you're easily triggered, all the more reason to do these sessions and stay on top of it. And if you're an emotional mess, all the more reason to stay on top of it. And if you're negative in any way, if you're judgmental or you want to criticize or you're condescending or you're, just nasty, all the more reason to do the sessions and sit in stillness for as long as you possibly can. And if you're angry, or if you're filled with rage, there's good reason for it, or the more reason to sit in stillness and do these activations. You gotta make the conscious choice to pull yourself together and do something that your higher self is guiding you to do. Even though you may not understand, it's better you just stay on top of it. Rather than get lost in the world and do what everybody else is doing that never did anything spiritual. It's like the blind leading the blind. Where are you gonna get with that? But I've already been through this. And If you don't do it now, when? Because you can't do it after you die. It's already too late. And you want your mind to work for you. You don't want to be a slave to it. Because if you're having a hard time dealing with your emotions, you don't want to end up hurting yourself or anyone else, because you don't know yourself or how to manage that. And if you always keep busy and to keep yourself distracted, that's really doesn't serve your highest and best. And you might blow off steam by going to the gym, but eventually, if you keep ignoring it and sweeping it under the carpet, it's going to blow up in your face. And then you're going to have nowhere to run. And by then it will be too late. You'll have to do it. And think how much fun it'll be then. And no matter what, you have to have patience with yourself. The more you sit in stillness, the better. you have anything you care to share? If you have any comments, you can email me at reinadhabsborg@gmail.com. And in my last video, I mentioned that my name has changed. And today, I was thinking about when I was going to announce that name. Because I don't want to just throw it out there. And I have 2 dates. In which I'm deciding on sharing that with you. But I don't know which one I'm going to do yet. There's there's a lot I'd like to share right now about what I never knew before. But I think I'll wait. If you'd like to know, you can send me an email. And I'll see you next time.